The world is not black and white. It's full of grays. I want to talk about this concept for a minute. Black and white, what is that? An analogy, right? White being the light, dark being black, wrong, or right. It's full of grays. To me, the gray is nothing but a whole bunch of different shades of gray to that of levels of consciousness. So light being the truth, the purity, the divine, right? Black being the unconscious, the lies, the manipulation, the deceit. And the levels of gray in between, the darker shades to the lighter grays, which we all fit into, because not one of us has or knows the full truth. But the ultimate goal is to reach the higher consciousness. So when somebody uses this analogy, the world's not black and white, it's full of gray, I ask you to use precaution, because that statement in itself is quite manipulative. Now, I used to struggle with this, actually, and get in quite heavy debates and get really frustrated when people would tell me that the world was black and white. Because I was like, no, there's so much more to it. But I have a much different view on that statement today. I would say, actually, the world is pretty black and white. And the grays are just our level of consciousness. And it's usually based on our emotion, our cognitive dissonances or biases, our inability to want to ask or to look around and see the whole picture. There's a truth, universal laws, and there's right and wrong. And if we choose to hold on to our grays, then we limit ourselves to our own extension, to level up. I want to bring a light to this, because this is where we see a lot of good hearts become exploited. Because there's his truth, her truth, but then guess what? There is the truth. Always aim for the truth. Be willing to question, but don't tolerate, in the sake of being kind, a lie. Because that's exactly what a very dark conscience, like to that of the black, would like you to believe. Like that of, call it, deliberate, conscious intention to hold your own soul down. The world, it's not black or white. It has different, it's got gray. It does. Different levels of consciousness. Strive for the lighter gray. Strive for light, for truth. Otherwise, your good heart might be being exploited. Otherwise, your cognitive dissonance, your cognitive bias, may be holding on to a lie to make yourself feel better. But I'll tell you what, it's always the truth that liberates. I have so much love for you guys. Until next time, namaste.